Hi, everybody, and welcome to Recipe for Laughter. It's been a while. We were here once a month with my co-host Felix, and with me we have some exciting guests today. I'm going to start with two of them who have made it to the finals of the Long Island Laugh Off, which is at Governor's Comedy Club right here in the main stage tomorrow. Am I right, ladies? Tomorrow?
Yes,
it's
you
the
are
big
correct.
friggin' day. So Kim Davinsky,
Hi.
she's one of the finalists, and Karen Margaret.
Hey.
And then we also have my friend Conchetta, who Conchetta made it to Kill Tony at Madison Square Garden and was in front of, I think there was 15,000 people there.
I think 19,000.
It was almost full, So
No, it was sold out.
Wow.
So yeah, so we have a lot to talk about. So why don't we start with the Long Island Laugh Off, because that's tomorrow, and I want to make sure we get that in. So ladies, how does it feel to make it to the finals? Kim, you want to go first?
I am beyond excited. For me, just making it is the win. I'm like beyond excited, honored to be a part of it. I'm pretty new in comedy. I'm less than 16 months, so I'm really proud of myself and excited. It's very, very exciting.
And Karen, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
She's like,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun going through each stage and having your friends support you and your family come. I mean, that's a big part of it, too. And the fact that it was sold out and moved over from one place to the other, that was exciting. You know, it was like, wow, look at all these people bringing people, you know, and we all had a great time on the last show, for sure.
And also, do you guys know who all the finalists are? Because if you want to name them, I know pretty much everyone except maybe one person. And this is the first time that I've seen a lot of women make it to the finals. Like, it seems to be.
How many are there?
Just the two of us and Michelle Torres.
So three out of
women.
how many
That's it?
people?
16.
Oh, I thought it was less people than that. So maybe I don't know all the people in the finals.
Oh, so you're the only women? You
Yeah.
three?
Mhm.
Wow.
Well, maybe this is the year of the
Representing.
women.
This is good. This
Year-
is the year of the women.
Year of
One
the
of the women
woman.
are going to win.
I
I just got that feeling.
I do too. I have a feeling it's going to happen for one of you ladies, and I wish all of you the best. And you know, it is like it is a exciting time, because I did it a couple of years ago. I did it, and I always supported people that did it, and I think that it's a fun experience. And there is a little bit of a letdown when you don't make it to the next round, but it's like there's so many people to even just make it one round is a big deal. So
Yeah.
congratulations. No
Thank
matter what
you.
happens, you guys have already done more than most comics on Long Island.
Yeah.
Well, I only went once before on this competition, and I froze after 2 jokes. So, you know, it was like, I already did horribly. So it just came back and said, just have fun with it now.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you, how do you get ready? How do you prepare? Go to mics? Do you just
Karen
practice
runs
at
a mic,
home?
but we're not going to say
that's
where. We're not going to say where, but she runs a
Right.
mic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you know what? I time it, I run it. I change jokes out that I don't think. I'm hoping that, you know, they'll all hit, and just keep getting more and more familiar with the material so it'll flow.
Yeah.
And Felix, what's going on with you? Are you when I talked to you about the Long Island Laugh Off, it was kind of new to you. So, you know, you're starting to get into the comedy scene. What do you think of maybe next year you'll be in this contest?
Well, yeah, maybe. You never know. I mean, all I'm thinking about right now is my colonoscopy next Friday. That's about it.
I don't mean to laugh, but that's
It was meant to be funny. I'm sorry.
Okay. So now we're going to also get to Conchetta, who I was with Conchetta when we were waiting. Actually, you were not with me waiting on the line. We met up
I was
later.
getting sandwiches.
Yes. Tell the sandwich story, because this is funny. This is a funny story.
It really isn't.
It's pretty funny.
So they all went ahead of me, and I took another train because I went to pick up sandwiches for everybody online. It was a hot day and they were hungry, so I feed everybody. So Felix, I brought the most beautiful sandwiches on Italian bread, mortadella, gabagol, you name
Wow.
it. All right.
And she paid good coin for these sandwiches.
Yeah, so I lug my sandwiches all the way to the garden, and I meet up with them, and they're eating already. So they're like, "Oh, we'll be hungry later. We'll eat it, on the way home." So then we check in to the show, into the garden, and they're like, "You can't bring those sandwiches in here." And I'm like, "Okay, I figured that." I'm like, "Okay, well, can I leave them out here?" She's like, "No." And I'm like, I want my sandwich. I said, I brought these sandwiches all the way from Ronkonkoma for my friends, and and I said, and there's no homeless people outside. I would share them with the homeless.
You actually did give a soda or something.
Yeah.
A diet soda to one of the homeless people.
Yeah, that-
Allison did, but she's like,
Yeah.
Allison goes, "Could I have a soda?" And she was like, "What kind would you like?" And she goes to the guy, "What kind?" He goes, "Diet." So she goes, "Here's a diet soda," and then Allison gives it to the homeless guy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He just.
I guess he's watching his weight.
He just walked away.
Yeah, I guess so.
So yeah, so she wouldn't let me bring the sandwiches in. She wouldn't let me leave them at the door. And I was like, "Well, what am I going to do with them?" I was like, "You want them?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'll have them." So the MSG people ate all my sandwiches. So that's what got me mad.
That's crazy.
Maybe that's why you got picked. Maybe they said, "Oh, this person, look what they gave us." Like,
Yeah.
and, like they've got your name and they slipped it through. Now I'm not saying there's any cheating going on with MSG and who they pick. I'm just saying you did an act of kindness.
Let's pay it
So,
forward.
yeah.
We ate her sandwiches, so we'll pick her name from the bucket.
And Kim and I, we were waiting online, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was because we
Wasn't
were in
that
the
bad.
shade, and
But it was
we
hot.
we took a trip down to get to Aunt Annie's Pretzels, and we both were like trying to get stuff that I guess in New York City they don't have it. I wanted a pina colada, and they didn't have it, and you wanted a that coffee drink.
Yeah, a
And-
mocha.
A mocha,
didn't
and
have the mocha.
they only had a different.
Yeah.
The reason I'm obsessing on food is this is recipe for laughter. So recipe meaning food.
Yeah.
So food is always part of what we talk
One
about.
way or another,
In
right?
one way or
Yeah.
another, food touches everything.
And then I decided to get a giant thing of popcorn. I thought I'd be nice to share, but we were all sitting everywhere else.
They
And
split
then-
us up.
And then poor Conchetta
yeah.
got butter from the popcorn on her
Oh
outfit.
yeah.
It's
So
like, thanks, Kim.
first I was with them. I was sitting down. I got ketchup on my dress. I cleaned it off, and then I got something else on my dress. I cleaned it off, and then the last thing was butter. Got butter on my dress.
Oh,
Was it in a Kill Tony bucket that you get to keep as like a souvenir, or was it a throwaway bucket?
No,
Because I didn't get to see it.
Well, they threw me. It's a little joke book.
No, I'm talking about. I want to talk about that after,
Oh,
but I'm talking about the popcorn.
Oh no, it's Nick's. It was in New York Nick's because it was at
Oh.
MSG. So I took
But
it home.
it was like a plastic
keepsake.
one.
Yeah, it was a
Oh, okay.
keepsake. So I lugged that whole thing home full with butter, hoping I didn't spill it anywhere. But yes, I have my. So one night I'll
How
be
do they
eating
how
popcorn.
do they pick you for that? Like,
Oh,
if you're there, how do you get
Conchetta,
picked?
why don't you tell him how they do it?
They
My daughter kept saying, "Are you going to be on?" Because she thinks they pick people ahead of time, and then you know.
They-
and I'm like, "We'll know when you know." It's just
Well,
it's,
we
it's
know
exactly at
would,
that.
a little bit ahead.
a little
would they
bit
have
ahead so
known
can
your
get you.
name? Like, would they have known that you gave the sandwiches if your name was?
No,
No,
No.
they don't.
no, it's completely random.
Okay, so comedians put their name in the bucket. There was like about 300 or 400 comedians, and they picked 8. So how they do it is first Tony will pick the name, and then somebody backstage will write down the name because they want it to flow really smoothly. They don't want anybody, they don't want to wait for the person to come from their seat, and and they write your name on the board, and they walk around the.
I couldn't even see the board.
Yeah, they walk
it
around.
was
the
really hard
comic
to see it.
section with your name. So when you see your name, you're like, "Oh my God, that's me!" And then they take you backstage, and they wand you with to see if you have guns on you, whatever. and then like just like that, and then he calls your name. He called my name, and I walked out there, and yeah.
So what were you thinking when? Tell me the minute they called your name out of the bucket, what was running through your head? Like, oh my God, I can't believe I got picked.
Well, as you know, I had a dream the night before.
Yes,
a
isn't
very
it?
vivid.
She had a dream.
Really?
That I got picked.
Yep.
And so, they picked like 6 names, I think, and I said to myself, all right, I guess I'm not getting picked. And at that point, I said to myself, I don't want to get picked. I saw what everybody else went through.
That's because they were very rough, that crowd. They were crazy.
It's more of like a feed 'em to the lions show instead of like a comedy show. Everybody got booed, I think, before me. Almost everybody.
Even Jim Norton got booed. Jim Norton's a professional comedian. Even he got a boo.
So at that point, I said to myself, all right, if it's that rough, maybe I don't want to go up. But then before I knew it, they called my name. And when they called my name, that just went out the window. And I got all excited, all happy. And I was like, oh, my God, that's me. And, I went backstage. And then they opened the curtains. And I went out there. And I'm waving. And I'm waving to Tony. And then I just did my thing. 1 minute.
It was crazy.
Did you hear me scream? I screamed so loud. People
I
everywhere
hear
were like,
with all those people,
I
but
know.
thank you.
So they only give you a minute? That's
They
it?
only give you a minute. So, Felix, so let me explain. Like I said, they're out for blood, that crowd. And I got literally 3 or 4 words out of my mouth, and then the booing started. And I told them to shut up.
Yeah, she did. She said,
I go, shut up. I should have said, va fango. But, and they kept booing. And then they quieted down for a few seconds. I'm like, okay, good. But at that point, it affected me. Like, then I got nervous. I mean,
look at all those people.
20,000 people booing me, not even giving me a chance.
I didn't boo.
Well,
Not all the people were booing.
I appreciate it. Salute. So, and they just booed the whole time, and but I kept doing it. I wasn't going to give up, and that was it. And I asked Tony, I said, can I do another joke? And he was like, go ahead. And when I turned around to do another joke, he goes, time's up. Yeah, but let me tell you, it was the best experience. I can't wait to do it again. Like, I give you
kudos.
So are you used to abuse? Is that what it is?
How do you win?
That's it.
I mean,
crying.
like,
Maybe
I would have been crying.
how do you win? I mean, what do you get? I mean, who
it's not a
becomes
contest.
victorious?
Allison Persky, I guess if
It's
you
not
want
a
to say,
contest.
she won last year in that.
Well, she didn't get booed.
She got the big
She got
book.
the big joke. What do you call it?
Big joke book.
The
I
big
think.
joke book.
Yeah.
And
means they
loved
you, I guess.
they loved her interview. And then one of the guys who's famous, I don't really follow it, so I should know his name. I don't. Had her on his own. He took the clip and put it on his own feed, and he has like 1 million followers. So she got that, and then she got followed on his thing, and and then there was another person from our group. I don't know him that well. Danny.
I don't want to say his name in case.
Yeah, we'll just say Danny. But
he was great.
So out of our group, like two people out of over 200 people, that's a lot to get picked.
Yeah.
So it was something.
So I wasn't upset really that, I got booed, but the only regret I have is I wish they would have given me a chance. I wish I would have showed them what I could do, So that's it. I'm more upset about the sandwiches, to be honest with you. I'm still thinking about them.
I think that as far as that particular venue, your first line has to be very powerful. And it's kind of like when people are scrolling on Facebook. If they don't see what they like in the first couple of seconds, they just keep going. And I feel like Kill Tony is like that. Your first opening line has to be strong. So the guy that went last, he did well.
He did.
And his first line was, "As soon as Instagram models get pregnant, I stop following them." Which is, the crowd loved that. And then he had them. And then he had their attention, and he followed through. But you really have to, I had never seen this except for clips here and there because Allison was on it.
Yeah.
And so
that's-
to be in the audience, I was like, oh, this is what this is about.
I know it's
a whole-
it's a rowdy, yeah.
When you're online, you're guaranteed to get in? Or how does that work? You have to get tickets before?
No, you can get in. You're guaranteed to get in, but you're not guaranteed to get
get
your
a-
name picked out
right.
of the bucket.
That I got.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
I think that's why we went early. I think if there was enough people, there would have been a cutoff, and we wouldn't have gotten in.
Probably.
What I was asking, and nobody seemed to know the answer was, like when Kill Tony first started, there were like 400 to 500 comics trying to get in and get a spot, and it keeps getting less and less. Maybe because people understand what it is now, and less people are willing to
I'll be
take
back
that
next
chance.
year for sure.
If Allison hadn't put it on her page, I never ever would have went. So I want to thank Allison for, including everybody as she always
Right.
does, and
Oh, she's great.
and she literally talked you into coming. You were like,
Oh, that day.
yeah, that day
Yes.
you were like, I don't feel well.
I
even
didn't.
though you had a dream that you were going to be
Yeah.
on, and Allison was not going to let you. She did her best to convince you,
Yeah.
and she got you to come.
The night before, I didn't feel well, and I woke up, and I still was, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna go. And she was like, come, and I was like, yeah, I did have the dream. I guess I'll go.
So now, do you believe that dreams
Come true?
Too bad the dream didn't tell you to not bring sandwiches or anything.
I was gonna
know.
say.
Yeah, the dreams are very unspecific, and they just tell you like a little spark of what's happening. But that is something else. That's
Yeah.
like,
And in the dream, there was more parts to it. In the dream, I wasn't sitting with my friends, and I couldn't find them. And that sort of before I got my
that
name
came
picked.
true.
Yeah, before I got
so
my
it's two
name
parts
picked.
of her dream came true.
And then I found a bunch of dimes. This is in my dream.
Oh,
On the ground,
gosh.
a bunch of dimes. And dimes to me are good luck. I always say it. And I always find dimes, always. So I found a bunch of dimes. So Monday, I leave work, and I worked late. I'm the last one in the parking lot. I see in the parking lot a whole bunch of dimes in the parking lot, and I picked them all up.
And they're good luck?
Well, I always think so.
Is that like an Italian thing? Because I was living with this one psycho woman, and every time she saw it, and she was Italian, and every time she saw a dime, she kept freaking out and saying, "Oh, it's a dime, it's a dime." So what I did was, whenever I had dimes, I would just throw them around the house.
I thought you were going to say you threw them at her.
I would just throw them around the house, so it would just make it go a little more crazy. But
No,
that's me.
It's supposed to be a sign from a deceased loved one.
Ah,
When you find
yes.
a dime, and because I had a boyfriend years ago, he passed away from cancer, and I was in a bereavement group, and I heard it there. And ever since, and they told me, now that you know this, that you hear this, you're going to find dimes. And ever since then, I always find dimes.
Very
Not
good.
all the time, but if I'm going to find a coin, it's always a dime.
With today's economy, though, shouldn't it be a quarter now by this time?
Inflation, right, Felix? But I also want to say that this is Kim's first podcast that she's ever done in her life.
Hey, welcome.
So
Kim.
I don't want to be crude, but we just burst your comedy cherry, podcast
Yes,
cherry.
my podcast.
And as far as podcasts go, it's just
Yeah,
a chat,
it's
like
easy.
if you're
not
backstage.
easy. I'm just saying, it's not like I've
So this-
prepared material.
This event tomorrow, is there a certain prize you get? Like once you
There
Yeah.
is a
pick
prize.
one?
Yeah.
Does anyone know the details? Want to talk about it? This is
You-
at Governor's
okay.
Comedy Club on the main stage. They're sold out, but I believe they do have tickets to the Giggle Room. And as long as I'm plugging
screening
things,
room.
a friend of mine is going to be on the main stage on Saturday. Gino
Visconti?
Yeah. Yes, I always mess up everyone's name. And it's really funny because everything's happening on Saturday, and I'm trying to get people to go, and you know,
Yeah.
my friend's husband's band is playing, so all those people are going over there, but
Right.
you know, I would love to get a good amount of people to show up for Gino, because he's been very good to me, and I want to plug his thing. It's 7:00. The show starts here at Governor's Comedy Club, the main stage in Levittown. So who's going to tell what the prize is for the winner of the Long Island Laugh Off? Karen, do you know?
There's 3.
Oh, there are? I didn't even know. I
First,
know
second, and
there's,
third.
you get to go on stage on a Thursday or a Sunday or something like that. I think there's a monetary
I
gain
think it's
somewhere in there too.
$250 for the winner.
And I don't know what the third thing is.
Does anyone know
I
what
think,
the
I
prize
know.
is?
I
but
think the first place is $250 and a spot. Yeah.
A weekend spot.
A weekend spot, and then I think maybe second place is like 100, and maybe a hosting spot or something. I'm
Oh,
not
really?
Sure.
Yeah. No, the second place is
No spot.
102 weeknight spots.
Okay.
Third place is 50 maybe? I'm not sure. And you get 1 weekday,
Oh,
weeknight
I
spot.
thought it was 50 and they give you a crying
So
cow.
what exactly is the process to get to this level? What do
It's
you
a
have to
lot.
do?
It's a lot.
Yeah, there's 3 rounds. There's a first round, which anyone can sign up for. You know, anyone can sign up. It's
I
not.
think they
you know,
made it a little
experience.
harder than when I used to do it. I think you have to send a video of yourself, or no?
No.
No, you just have to sign
You
up.
just have to sign up. You have to guarantee 4 people.
Or you could pay. I
Or
Or
thought.
you could pay.
Or
If
you
you don't
could
have
pay,
4
yeah.
people, I think you could pay. So round 1 goes, and you know it's a large group of people. I think there's like maybe 18 on those shows. I don't know how many people you have.
I don't
anyways.
remember, but there was a lot of shows in,
Yeah.
in Nassau and Suffolk, right?
Yeah, there
And
was 4 for
how many
round
minutes do
1,
you get?
and
5 on
There
the
was,
first
5
round.
minutes? Yeah.
On the
yeah,
first
there
round.
was 8 shows for round 1, 4 Nassau, 4 Suffolk. Yeah, and it's 5 minutes the first round. Then the second round is 6 minutes, and the finals is 7 minutes.
So you guys are all set with your 7 minutes?
Yeah.
I do have a funny story about the laugh off from the past. Is I used to do a podcast here with Jim Rhea, and Jim Rhea is very competitive. He's not in comedy anymore. He's kind of like hung up his comedy hat for now, but he got to the. I think he got to the second round of the Long Island Laugh Off, and what Jim did was he would buy out all the like a bunch of tickets, a ton of tickets, and just give them to his friends. So that's what he did the first round. He passed. You know, they laughed because they hadn't seen him perform. They laughed. The second round, the same people came, so they had already seen his act. You know, so it's not as funny the first time if you see it the same thing the second time. Not that long after. So he said that somebody new came in and his friends were laughing it up at this other person that he was in competition with, what did not laugh for him, and he paid for their seats. Oh, my headphone is falling off. And what happened was the waitress came over and was asking for their drinks, and they were like, he got hardly any laughs at all. And then we're on the podcast here, and this podcast is run by governors, and he starts bad-mouthing the laugh off, and I'm like kicking him under the table, and I'm like, what are you doing? But, you know, again, people get very, very, emotions run high with this. People take it very seriously, and
Well,
and-
any kind of competition, I would think.
You,
You know,
yeah.
yes.
we're only human.
How do you get picked for it though? I mean, is
You
there
can
judges
anyone
or
can
anything?
sign up. Anyone can sign up, and
No,
then there's
no.
scoring.
Yeah,
To
there's
move
there's
on,
judges during
Yeah.
during
Yeah,
the
there's
time.
judges.
How does
I
it
don't even know
score?
who they were during either one of the times we
they
went.
try
Oh, I
to
know
they
who
try
they
not
are.
to let you
Yeah.
know.
Do
on
they
the
go by
chat
the
room.
amount of laughs you get?
There's different
or
criteria.
do they
It's
critique
originality.
what you do? Yeah.
Originality, your writing, crowd response. There is a portion for, like she was saying about the tickets, you do get, it's called promotion. So the more people you have, the more tickets you sell, quote unquote, you promoted better, so you get a higher score there. So it does come into play, but you also get more laughs when you have people there who you ask, you know, your friends and family.
Yeah.
So that's
And it
part
makes
of
you
it.
more comfortable when you have supporters that, you know. are
Well, I
there
don't
for
know, when
you.
the rooms are full to the brim, I think it's a little different.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, you get hopefully
You get
get
everybody.
laughs,
You
yeah.
should get other people's laughs as well.
But it does count. Like, and that's a little weird thing, I think, within the community. Like, people say, like, oh, so-and-so got through because they had more people, or, but you
Oh,
still have
it's-
to be
it's all-
funny.
again.
You're not
Yeah,
gonna
but you
get
know what?
through
On
if you're not
the
funny.
on the second round, somebody said they only brought 4 people to the first round.
Yeah, I only had
So-
7 at the first round. I had a lot
So
of
they
there,
must
I
have
don't know if that's
scored.
always true. You know, there's more how they balance it. We have no idea. I
Well,
have
they
no-
must have scored high in the other categories, you know?
Right.
But it's
So-
like what Conchetta was saying. All competitions, you know, there's a competitiveness to it. Like I remember, like my daughter was in cheer, and it was more like gymnastics, and they make. It's not like the cheer when we were kids. Well, you guys are younger than me, but this is like almost like gymnastics, and they would make like climb on each other and do flips, and I would go to these competitions, and to me they were all amazing. I had no idea how these judges could pick a winner from them all, and like literally something like somebody's bow on their head was a little crooked, that lost a point. And then if the people didn't win, oh, the parents, not the kids,
Right.
the parents were insane. They were absolute animals about like if their team didn't win. I was just like happy to go and watch my kid and watch like everybody doing this dance step and gymnastics in unison.
Yeah.
They were amazing. They were all amazing. But I tell you, I would never ever want to be a judge of one of these things because it's so hard, because you're breaking people's hearts with a decision. To you, it's, you know, it's like you have to make a decision, but I give kudos to the judges because I could never do it. I could never like pick somebody.
I used to go to my nephew's games when they were little, basketball, wrestling, baseball, and I used to always clap for the other team. I clapped for all the kids, you know, and who was it? My nephew, he'd get mad at me. He's like, Aunt Conchetta, you're supposed to clap for me. And then, you know, my sister or whoever would be like, Conchetta? Yeah, you know. And I'm like, Aunt Conchetta claps for all children. It's true.
We're all
You know,
winners.
it's not like it's the NFL, NBL, NBA, you know, I mean, they're little kids, so, you know, and make them feel good. You just clap. I clap for everybody. I'll clap for you girls.
No, I clap for people too. I mean,
Yeah.
especially kids, like you said.
You have to.
So what is your strategy to relax for tomorrow? What Karen, you go first. What is your strategy?
Well, I usually have 2 tranquilizers. I have no. My strategy to relax. I just keep saying to myself, have fun, Karen. Just have fun,
Yes.
and that's it. Because I used to
That's what it's about.
do that open mic with Donna Moran, and
And you
know
still
she had years of experience, and she would watch me get serious about comedy. You know, like I would take it and she'd go, Karen, are you having fun tonight? And I go, I don't think I am. And she'd go, got to keep the fun in it. And I think I'm going into the whole thing with that attitude.
That is a great piece of advice.
And that was Donna's advice, and she, you know, and she just came in to visit from Oregon,
I
so we
saw
had a
her at-
nice time. Yeah,
I saw her at
yeah.
Claudia's party.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, she just went home a few days ago, but she was only with me a few days, so it was nice to see her. Let's see, you know.
And Kim, what is your strategy?
I mean, same thing. I only do it to have fun. Like I say, like I started in this. I'm a little older, so you know, unless I get a sitcom, this isn't going to be my career. It's just for fun, you know. So yeah, I'm going to work a half a day, and like my thing is, I love doing makeup. It's like my favorite thing. So it's relaxing. So I'm allocating like 2 hours because that like calms me down, and then you know, hopefully I look presentable. But yeah, so that's it. And
By the
just
way, your
writing
hair
my jokes.
after being outside in the sweaty hot heat, your hair was on point on what day was that? Saturday. So kudos.
Yeah, you look beautiful.
Do they
Yeah.
do they video the whole event? Like if you want to get CD or something like that,
You have to pay
or
for it.
DVD.
I think
they
it's,
are video
whatever.
it's a live streaming You're talking about Kill Tony, right? Or you're talking about the Long Island Laugh Off?
No, I'm talking about the Long Island Laugh Off.
Oh, I
Like,
don't know.
suppose you
I
want
think
a
they are
DVD of
videotaping
yourself.
it if you want to see my 2 hours of makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, now everyone's going to watch and be like, that was 2 hours? She looks awful.
Yeah, I think you can you
I heard
buy-
they. Yeah, I think you can buy it. I
Well,
think
actually,
that-
the last round they gave it to us
So
as a gift
Yeah.
because
if you
it was
brought
sold
this-
out.
really, I never
Oh,
got
okay,
one from the
'cause
list.
it
They didn't-
was-
mine was the first semifinals, and I don't think they didn't record it. I think they started doing it after. 'cause
Yeah,
I didn't get it
I got a
recorded.
copy.
Oh.
Because it was, well, the rule for my show was if you bring 15 or more people, then you get it for free. Otherwise,
Oh, I never even
you
asked
can
about.
pay.
No, he just told all of us because they moved it from the one place to the other. That's
Right.
why they said they did that, which was nice. I thought.
Yeah, they didn't record. I had like my show was the first round one, semifinals, and we didn't get it recorded. So, but yeah, tomorrow, whatever it is, I'll pay.
So, getting back to recipe for laughter, what's your food strategy before you perform? Do you not like? I
question.
can't eat before I perform. I cannot have any food at all because I get so nervous. So, like even for Kill Tony, I had a shrimp cocktail, which was a lot for me.
Yeah.
But like everybody else was chowing down on hamburgers, and I was like, how are you like going to eat that giant meal and then get up in front of possibly 18,000 people if you're picked? So I had a drink, and I had a shrimp cocktail, which is like practically not eating. So what is your strategy? First of all, what did you eat before you went up there?
Popcorn.
I thought you were wearing more of it than eating it.
I didn't eat anything all day.
You should have had one of your own sandwiches.
I know.
You should have had that on the way.
Yeah, you should have eaten in the train.
Please don't bring it up because I'm trying to
It's
get
a
over
sore
it.
spot with her sandwiches.
I'm serious. I'm trying to get over it. No, I didn't eat anything all day, and then Kim got a big bucket of popcorn, and I'm eating my popcorn, and excuse me. So I'm like, at the movies, like I'm eating my popcorn, and then Conchata Coppola. I'm like, that's me.
I actually did not, because I have I don't notice things. This person with the whiteboard that would tell you you're on Kill Tony, unless they shine the light on
Yeah,
it, you
they
could
were-
not see the
Yeah,
name
you
at
couldn't
all.
see. I almost
And I
didn't
didn't
see
even
my
know.
name.
I focus on what's happening on stage, so I didn't even see the people when they would come up with the clipboard. But all the comics would start as soon as they saw a name. They'd be like, "Whoa!" So I knew something was happening. So then I'd look over to the left, and at the end, when I saw your name, it still didn't register until I heard Allison screing, like,
'Cause they-
"It's Conchetta! It's
Because it was
Conchetta!"
CC.
Because
and
I
not
used my
Conchetta.
on the form that you fill out, they ask you your name, so I put my full name, Conchetta Coppola, and then they ask you what's your stage name, so I put CC Coppola because I said to myself, I was like paranoid. Oh, maybe what if they pick my name and they can't say Conchetta and they're gonna say, oh, screw this, and they put it back in the bucket. Because I could see that happening. Oh no, pick the next name. So I put CC. So that's what they put on the board, CC Coppola. So so I saw it, and that's how they introduced me. That's how Tony introduced me.
Oh my God, I don't even remember that, and I was there.
Yeah.
But everybody was like, the comics were very supportive of each other.
Oh yeah, we all love each
Yeah.
other. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all
We're
were
a
we all
family.
wanted to
Yeah.
everyone to do well
Mhm.
and to get up there and do and kill the crowd. So now I understand why they call it Kill
Kill
Tony,
Tony, yeah.
because Tony is not very nice. Not this Tony. Tony from Kill Tony. He's got a charisma to him, but go ahead.
My son told me he goes because remember Helene went last year. Helene Witt.
I did not
Oh,
know.
she did?
She tried to get on. I don't know if she was called or whatever. I don't think so. But she was like, Karen, you should come on Kill Tony. And my son was like, don't go, Ma. They're horrible there.
Because the kids watch it and they know what it's about.
There was. Did you see when the autistic boy?
I was just going to bring that up.
Okay, so an autistic kid got his name picked, and he went up, and they all booed him. And then Tony interviewed him, and he was like, when was the last time you got kissed? He goes, oh, like 2 years ago. So then Tony was like, let's get a nice girl from the audience to come up and kiss whatever his name was, you know? So the audience was going crazy. So this girl, this young girl, comes up on the stage.
And
they look-
she thought she was all that.
I felt bad for her, though, because they were like,
No,
nah, go sit down.
I did not feel
No, the
bad for
first
her.
one, not
She was
the
like
second.
swinging her hair.
The first one?
No, not the first one.
The
Yeah.
first one. They
Oh,
said,
you're right.
they said, no, you're not.
There were two
Goodbye.
women. You're right.
The first one
the
was
first
not
one was
very
fine.
You know,
The
she had
first one
short
was fine.
hair. And
Well,
was
well,
But it
smaller.
wasn't what
She
somebody-
wasn't voluptuous.
Right.
Or,
It was not his
Right.
type. So you're right. I thought you were talking about the second one. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, so they dissed one of the women right away.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Like, go sit down. You're not good enough. You're not pretty enough. And then
She had really short hair, and
Yeah.
you know, they actually picked on audience members.
Yeah.
They had
Overweight.
a-
There was
an overweight woman got up to go to the bathroom.
Yes.
They zeroed in on her on the camera, and they started making fat jokes about her. And she's not, you know, at least the comics, we signed up for this. They're gonna make fun of us. That's part of the deal. But they were making fun of people in the audience, and I was like shocked at that. I was like, holy crap.
Well, anything goes there. That's how it is. It's crude and rude.
Yeah.
Crude and rude. So finish your story about the autistic kid.
Oh, yeah. So then the second woman came up, and she was really pretty. I mean, from what I can see. And so the crowd is going crazy. What were they chanting? Kiss, 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 right?
Yeah, so she got up there because she was supposedly going to kiss this guy.
Make
and
out
out with him.
him.
And she just kept flipping her hair and like posing. And Tony's like, come on already, kiss him. And she was just using it as like, she actually like was walking around like strutting herself. And then finally when she went to kiss him, she literally gave him a tiny little peck on the cheek.
Little peck.
It was the lips, but tiny little peck on the lips.
And
And the crowd went crazy
They
booing.
were so
I have to
mad.
say, I also booed. I was yelling, boo! Like, this kid. And then she...
All this build up, and all she did was give a peck.
And they're like, you again, they tore her apart. They're like, you think you're prettier than you are. You're not pretty at all.
Oh, my
You think you're
God.
pretty. And then I guess because of the guilt, she went in and tried to kiss him again. Is that
And
right?
they said, oh,
and,
no.
And the autistic kid went
Yeah,
like this.
yeah.
Like, I don't want you. And then we were all cheering like, yay! But it's like, I had no idea they have stuff like this
Yeah,
on.
because they have the girl walking around who's like in a string bikini, like
she's like
Victoria's
she's like,
Secret
like a boxing
model.
round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly.
Yes.
So
Oh,
no
God.
one,
She was
regular
nice.
people aren't going to look like that. When other women come on stage, they aren't going to look like that woman. You know?
Yeah, she's was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So I guess she's on regularly because everybody seemed to know who
Yeah, they
she,
knew
who
she
she
Her
was.
name was Heidi, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I
So-
can't wait till next year. I'm going. Maybe I'll go 2 nights next year. And I'm going to get picked. You watch.
I hope they ask you questions. That was the worst
Yeah,
part.
they
They
didn't
didn't
ask
give
me
you a
questions.
chance.
Oh, the question part was hilarious
You didn't even let
because they would
talk.
ask, "What is like what's special about you? What do you do?" And one, I think it was our friend, I don't know him. Sorry, an acquaintance, but your friend. He goes, I think it was him. He goes, "I'm single, and I'm 55 and I'm single," and they go, "What's special about that?" They
I don't
were-
remember that.
I don't.
Maybe it wasn't
know.
him. Maybe it was one of the other ones.
Okay.
Because
No, I think he's like that age. Yeah.
but they were brutal even with the questions, and you know,
Yeah, and our friend, I felt so bad. Like Bonnie said, if you don't open with something really, really funny, out of your mouth first, then forget it. It's all over for you. So I think he opened with, so I stopped watching porn, and that was it. They all ripped him apart. They all booed him.
is that what he started with?
Isn't that? I think so.
I would
Or
think-
alcohol. He gave up alcohol or porn.
It was
I
probably.
think it was both.
Yeah. That's not the crowd to
And
say
they were
that to.
like, "Ew."
Yeah,
It
I.
was fun. I mean, it was.
It was quite an experience.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean,
How long were
I'm
you in
tough.
there?
I'm
Like,
really
how long is the whole How long
Oh
is
my
the show?
God!
Three
I,
hours.
3
I,
hours.
3
I
hours
had
show.
Allison take me to the train station because I told her, I said, you know, I'm like a little kid. Think of me as one of your boys, and don't let me out of your sight because I have no idea what train to get on, how to do anything. So I went to her house, drove to her house. I got there at 10:30, and then we left. I went into her house and hung out with her and her husband, and their two cute little boys. And then we got to the train station by a little bit before 12. Well, no, we got to Penn to the
Station.
Madison Square Garden to the line by 12. So we waited for 3 hours on that line, and a bunch of us met in the train. I think right. We all
Yeah, I was first.
so that was fun because we got to like talk on the train, and again that made the train ride go really fast. And then we waited in the line, and again the niceness of a lot of the comics. Some knew to bring a chair, right? The foldable chairs, and they were young men, and they kept offering the chair for us to sit
Oh,
in,
that's sweet.
which was so nice. And I kept saying no, you know. So then when I bought like Franks and blankets from Aunt Annie's Pretzels, so I'm offering the guy who let me sit in the chair because for me, if you do something for me, I want to do something for you, you know, right back because I appreciate what you did for me. And he was like, no, it's okay. He's like, I'm not sitting in the chair. I don't need the chair anyway. But again, everybody was like very, very good to each other on the line and everything else.
Were they allowed to bring the chairs in with them?
No, I think they just abandoned them. You know,
Oh.
in fact, one guy,
Like my sandwiches.
he bought the chair on the way there. Like somebody was selling the chair, and he just bought it en route. And yeah, so it's kind of like, you know, you're not going to get that chair back. Kind of like your sandwiches.
And
Kinda
some-
like my
Sorry to bring that
sandwiches.
up
A little bit,
again.
yeah.
A chair
I-
that said
so-
like 34th Street. It was like a chair from the city.
Yes, yes,
Like you
a-
moved it over. Yeah.
yes.
So it's a little foldable chair you're talking about?
Yeah, and you know what? It made a difference because if you are standing for 3 hours, that's
Yeah.
a long time to stand.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know, it was kind of like Pilates for standing. But anyway, so I want to wish you guys the best tomorrow, and like so. Do you know anything of the specifics of tomorrow, or you're gonna come in and find out when you get here?
Well, we know it's 7 minutes. In the previous rounds, we had like a little leeway, right? We could do 5.5 or 6.5, but he sent an email today. It's 7.
Oh, I
So
didn't even
anything
see the
above,
email.
you can't go over 7. So if you go over time, you start losing points. So that's really important to make sure because
No, there is no light this time, so.
Oh,
there's-
oh wow, they're not doing a light.
because the last one was 6 minutes, but you had leeway. So I was probably like maybe at 6:20.
Yeah.
So, and they always say like you do the same set and you just add. So I'm just adding like one tiny joke. 'Cause I
Yeah,
want to be
that's
careful
all.
not to go over. I don't want
So
to
you
lose
have
points.
to do the same material all the
You
time?
don't
or
have
is
to,
it-
but from every
Yeah.
time, everyone I've heard said that makes the most sense because you should do your best material. So if you have, your first 5 is your best, you just add to it. Shouldn't have another 5 bests.
They
really.
suggested when they emailed the second time, they said, don't change it. If
Yeah.
it worked, like
That's
you
what they
said.
recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to reinvent the wheel the day of the final. You want to give your what you
But
feel.
like, wouldn't you be afraid that the same people that saw you that time would see you again and not laugh that much?
Well, that's the Jim Ray effect, but there'll
Yeah,
be so many
Jim Ray
people
effect.
there that haven't seen them, correct? Because
Correct.
it's going to be
Yeah.
a lot of people.
It's sold out
and
really
the
early.
audience doesn't, they're going to, they come out and they say laugh at everybody, don't just laugh at your
Plus,
own
they're going to
person.
really remember everybody's joke. Maybe they'll remember one of your jokes. I mean,
Right. It's like, again, after everybody had a couple of drinks and they're relaxing, they're going to laugh.
I
at
invite
every-
a lot of people with dementia. This way it helps.
I should be there then. But any last thoughts that you want to talk about tomorrow, as far as like your eating strategy, your
Eating strategy.
Eating strategy is
Drinking
don't eat.
strategy.
Don't eat and
What time does the show start?
7:30.
Okay.
Drinking strategy, I have a thing that I've done for every show I've ever done. I have one drink before I go on and one drink after. I never have more than one drink because I don't want to forget anything. And the truth is, honestly, I don't really get nervous, but just in case, I have that one drink so that I don't get nervous.
If you don't get nervous, that's big.
I don't know why. So my first show, like, I have a good memory, so I knew that I would be, I was pretty good there. I didn't think I would forget it, like I had done it so many times. I wasn't really nervous. I'm not afraid of being in front of people, but I just didn't know, like, in that moment, you could never recreate what it's like to be on stage with 150 people there. There's nothing like that until it happens. So I wasn't scared, but there was a part of me that's like, who knows if I'll freeze. But once I got up there and, like, then once people start laughing, it's like the best thing in the world. Like, and I didn't want to get off.
Cool.
They were like, come on. No. But so then I've never been nervous because I'm like, I did the first time, I'm gonna do the finals tomorrow. What do I have to be nervous of?
That's right.
I get nervous every time. And my favorite part is when it's all done, and I have one drink before, and then after I have many drinks to celebrate that I actually went through it. So the last show I did was like, I think 2 weeks ago. For a friend, I did a Republican fundraiser. It was a fundraiser, and some heavy hitters were in the show with me. And I always go first because I like to get it over with. But there's a good thing and a bad thing about going first. The good thing is you get it over with, and then you can enjoy the rest of your night. The bad thing is going first. People are not settled in. They haven't really drank their drinks and this and that. So as far as my act, I realize is too dirty. I'm going to start redoing part of it. Because I figured it's a Republican fundraiser that they are, they're cool with some, R-rated things. And the first thing I see is the person right in front of me is like this man. He put his hands over his daughter's ears. Now his daughter was she looked like she was in her 20s. And then a friend of mine, when he was talking about it on his podcast, he goes, "Yeah, Bonnie's act is filthy," and I didn't think it was that filthy.
I didn't think
but
so.
Apparently, other people do, and so many times I've been asked to be on shows, and I've said no because, like, the library. I'm not. I can't do my stuff on the library. The East Meadow Library. I literally live so close to there. They asked me to be on that 1,000 times. I go, you don't understand. I'm not doing that. And then, venues that I know are like coffee shops or where people would come in that are not over 18. I'm not doing my act there. So I think I have to go back to the drawing board and make it a little cleaner. And again, it's like I have to have the motivation to do it. And so far, I don't have the motivation. But it's on my to-do list.
Could do it a little at a time. Like I'm trying to like write some new cleaner jokes that I can just swap in, but until like I mine is a little less dirty. I'm trying to clean it up a little, but my main stuff is a little edgy. So until I can find something as funny as that stuff, it'll still not be library ready.
Yeah. I want to, I said this a few months ago, I want to start like a woman's joke writing workshop, like once a week, like meet at Panera.
I love that. I think that, again,
Claudia did that.
The women have to start supporting each other more.
Because there's not many of us in comedy.
And
on Long Island.
I'm nothing against the men, they're great and they're really funny.
Yeah.
But it's like they have a camaraderie and they know each other and they are a tight unit, and we're not really in that unit, and they help each other.
Yeah.
With telling each other interesting things that would help them, and we don't have anything like that. So, I think that would be great.
Yeah.
And I think it's
I think the women are supportive though. It's different for us because especially us, we're a little bit older. Some of them are their 20s and 30s, and I'm not giving away anyone's age, but I mean, if you add 20 and 30 and a few more, then close. But yeah, I think that, we're a little bit older and some of us have other stuff going on too.
Much more stuff going
Yeah.
on. And, a lot of the young men, I think that they're suitable for comedy because they can give more time and effort to it. And it can be like, 80% of what they do. We have to take our lives and, things have to come before comedy.
Kids.
Your family, your children.
Spouses.
We have a lot more going on.
Things-
I'm not saying it's that's the way it is for everybody, but I'm saying I think that there is a difference. And I know there's a saying that, nobody cares, do better. And I understand that because everybody's got every excuse in the book not to put time in, and that's on each person individually. I know I don't put the time in. I'd rather do something else.
Well, it
it's
depends.
not. It's not a passion to me. To other people, it's a passion.
It
And-
depends, like how much you want to do. How far do you want to go with this thing? Do you want it just as a hobby?
I want it
once
just
in
as a
while?
hobby.
Or do you want to go? You want the whole enchilada?
I have no time. I like if people have a full-time job here and they have to be here every night, I think that's amazing, but I could never do that. I don't want to do that because I couldn't do that. And if it was 35, 40 years ago, that would be different. But now just doing a podcast
Never say
every
never,
week
though.
it takes so much out of me just doing the podcast. So these people, some of them work and then they come here and they do this, and I'm in awe because I could never do
I
all
think
the
the
stuff
younger
that they
people,
do.
like the ones I'm friends
That's why-
with, I'm
yeah, the
always
younger
like,
ones
I
can.
want to see you make it. Like, I don't begrudge them at all. Like, I know they have more time, and I'm excited for them. Like I said, for me, unless I get a sitcom, I can't quit my day job. It's too late for me. So, like, I'm
It's
excited
not
to go.
late for
I
you.
don't,
Oh
I don't,
my
I don't know
God.
how I see it like that. I just think in general, I think there's less of us on shows. Period. End of story. That's the
women?
difference.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's the time. I think women who want to do this do it.
Mm-hmm.
They write all the time. They're into it. They're, they got,
Yeah, like Claudia.
yeah. Or
Claudia
just,
is amazing.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Claudia. And yeah, she just had a comic woman party. I guess it would be was that what you would
female,
call it?
yeah.
Female
Yeah.
comic party.
Her
and
annual female comics barbecue.
and it's just such a cool annual event that she does that it's
Brings us the whole community together. It was
Right.
really nice.
yeah.
and everyone loves Claudia, so it's like, again, just like when you come here, when you go to somebody's house, you put your beefs with people aside, and because out of respect for the venue or out of respect for the person who's hosting, you just are there to enjoy yourself and just stay away from the people that you don't enjoy, and enjoy the food. So it gets back to that, but anyway, we're getting close to almost the end of the podcast, so I'm going to go down the line, and I want you to tell your social media handle and your Instagram handle and any shows of Governors that you would like to plug. So why don't we start with Karen?
Okay. Karen Margaret Comedy.
And it's very
Yay.
important that you tell them how you spell Karen, because
Karen with an I.
Not an E.
Karin. Yeah, because they make fun of the Karens with the E's now. I don't. But Karen Margaret Comedy and then Karen Margaret Comic, I think, is on Instagram. So bad. I have my card in the car. And what else? Oh, I'm going to be in a competition tomorrow night.
Yes, so I think tickets are still on sale for the Giggle Room for anybody.
For the screening room. That's
the
what they're
screening
calling it.
room. If you are available for tomorrow, and you can't be in the main room because it's sold out, you could still support in the Giggle Room. Okay, Kim, now it's your turn.
Okay, so it's Kim Davinsky. My last name is Divinsky. So, and then, I really just put in Kim Davinsky and you'll find me. I don't have a special comedian page. And yes, tomorrow I am at the Long Island Laugh Off at Governor's in Levittown. And yes, there are tickets for the Giggle Room. It's like a screening party. So, one of the things is, if not everybody shows up, like some people are like, oh, how could I, not everyone's going to show up. It's sold out. How do I get a ticket? So the only way you can get one of those tickets of the people that didn't show up is to be in the giggle room.
Oh, they're going
So,
to take like a lottery. Like
Well,
if they, yeah,
I-
there's
that's
actually
smart. Is there going to
tickets.
take a lot? I thought it was like basically if
If-
someone
if
doesn't
someone
show up,
show
they
up,
can put you in there.
Then they can put you in. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, I didn't know
but
that.
you
That's
can't
cool.
just, if you don't buy a ticket to the giggle room, you can't just come in and say like, oh, are there any tickets? They're going to offer it first to the people who have the tickets for the giggle room. And you know what? It's like you're right next door. You should be able to hear all the laughing. You could see it. It'll be pretty close.
It'll be
I
on the
think.
screen.
It'll be on the screen. And then, of course, you can celebrate after.
Because
and
one
have
of
a
my
drink.
friends says, Karen, I don't want to listen to the laughs through the wall. How am I going?
no, they're
I'm
going
like,
to show
come
the
on.
video.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Come on. In today's age, that's what she was thinking.
Yeah, but no, yeah, it'll be on the screen. You'll be able to see it. So hopefully, but that's exciting.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
exciting.
And Conchetta, how can people find you?
Well, my Facebook is Conchetta Coppola, Coppola, and I'm the only Conchetta Coppola. So if you see anybody else with that name, just know they're a fake.
Is that really true? Out of like the whole people in the world, there's only one?
No.
Okay.
There's more.
There's
but
only
there's
one
only
Bonnie Scalisi.
there's
Such
only-
a
Hank, there's only
popular
one Kim
Italian
Levinsky.
last name. I
There's
would
only
think.
one Conchetta Coppola comedian
Okay.
Oh, okay.
that I know of. But my picture is there, so you'll see me.
And her picture, I took that photo
Oh.
of her in the what's it called? That thing that's up at the top. The
I don't
big
know what
screen.
that. Yeah, the
The-
big screen
The
at
big
Madison
screen at
Square
Madison
Garden.
Square Garden.
Oh, the jumbotron.
The jumbotron.
Yeah.
I got a picture of her
Yes,
on
that's
the
a good pic.
jumbotron,
The jumbotron.
and that is her cover photo.
Yes.
So you will know that it's Conchetta by that.
Yes,
And Instagram.
my Instagram is Connie Manicotti, Conni, and then Manicotti. Also my name Conchetta Coppola, and that's all I have for right now. Just those two.
And if you want a sandwich,
But
you're going to
if you want a
contact Conchetta
sandwich-
for really great deli
And
sandwiches.
I'll tell you guys what, my next governor's show, I can't believe it. My next governor's show isn't until October 3rd, but I'm sure I'll get some before then, and I'll post it. If you come to my next governor's show, I will bring you a sandwich, a nice Italian sandwich.
And Felix and I are here once a month. Felix, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, my ass will be appearing at Southside Hospital next Friday.
For
He's
your
having
colonoscopy.
a colonoscopy. So we're going to wish prayers for you, but I've had that done twice, and
Yeah, they'll
it's
be scoping things out.
the worst thing is drinking that crap.
It's
the
the
night
prep.
bef-
The
night
prep is the
before.
worst.
Yeah, the
Yes.
rest is nothing. So, but we'll be thinking of you, Felix.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck,
Good luck,
Felix.
Felix.
And again, I'm just going to plug Saturday, Gino Bisconte in the main room at Governor's. I'm trying to get somebody to go with me.
I might be able to. I'm going to be in the Hamptons during the day.
Yes, and everybody has something going on, but I would love to fill up the main room at Governor's for Gino Bisconte. And thank you all, and thank you for having us be your first podcast.
Thank you.
And good luck
Thank
tomorrow.
you for having me.
And good luck
Thank
to
you.
both
Good
tomorrow.
luck,
Thank you.
ladies.
Is it
Thank
tomorrow? I don't know.
And I wish you the success and the best experience of everything. And Felix, I
Have
can't
fun.
wait to see you. I'll see you soon, next week. Right?
Yes, that's right. I will
Okay. All right.
around.
And everybody, thank you for tuning in. Recipe for Laughter. Please share the show.
Oh, okay,
And
cool.